Worst episode ever is definitely not the worst ever episode of The Simpsons. I actually really like this episode. This is the 11th episode of the 12th season, directed by Matthew Nastuk, and it's got 7.4 out of 10 on IMDb, which for season 12 is pretty good. I maybe rate it slightly higher than that. I won't go into too much detail to spoil the narrative, but something happens that means that comic book guy is hospitalized, and Bart and Milhouse are apparently the only people available to look after the comic book store while he's resting and recovering. And at first, that seems to go down great. You know, they're kids and they know what other kids want, and they also know the value of certain things, and it seems to get off to a great start. But then they begin to have disagreements. Milhouse spends a lot of money ordering something he really shouldn't have done, and things seem to start to fall apart. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And me, being a geek and loving anything like that, it definitely had a lot of things in it that spoke to me, that appealed to me, that I could really resonate with. And it's definitely an episode that is just visually fun as well. Having so much time spent in the comic book store, it just is atmospheric for me. And I really adored it. Maybe if you're not a fan of kind of comic book stores and that kind of environment or that kind of geekery, then yeah, maybe it wouldn't be that great. I aware that there's a particular interest in it for me. The Star Wars memorabilia, I mean, come on, absolutely love it. A lot of fun. Um, it takes a slightly dark turn with some findings that Bart and Milhouse come across, but I won't spoil that too much. But certainly it's a very well written episode, very well developed narrative, great mix of characters. Bart and Milhouse are in a really good role here. A great test of their friendship as well. We also have a love interest for a comic book guy, and I will say nothing else about it other than I had not expected certain people to be involved, and I kind of like how that wrapped itself up as well. I think everything was just very self-contained and very effectively done. Absolutely not the worst episode ever. Of course, the title is a play on comic book guy's sarcastic outlook and the way he kind of complains about everything. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. Definitely a personal favourite from season 12. Maybe not a personal favourite overall, but relatively high up there.